Picture this: a vibrant literary gathering in a charming Indiana town where best-selling authors like John Green aren't just selling books, they're sparking deep conversations about life, death, and the perils of technology. That's the heart of the Bloomington Book Festival, happening October 24th to 26th, and it's pulling in crowds eager to dive into stories that both entertain and provoke thought. But here's where it gets intriguing. Amidst the excitement, some events touch on real-world tragedies and emerging tech fears that could divide opinions. Stick around to discover how this festival isn't just about pages turning, it's about challenging our views on creativity and society. Take Michael Koryta, a prolific writer whose latest novel, Departure 37, set for 2025, left him emotionally drained after delving into the chilling realities of the nuclear era. As he put it in an email, the book explores a world where artificial intelligence holds immense promise for good, yet lurks with disaster potential. It's a sentiment echoed on the cover by none other than Stephen King, who called it scary and perfect. For beginners in the literary scene, think of AI like a double-edged sword. It can revolutionize storytelling with smart algorithms generating plots, but it might also strip away the human touch that makes narratives unforgettable. Koryta's apprehension mirrors real debates: should we embrace tech's role in writing, or fear it overshadowing authentic voices? And this is the part most people miss: how authors like him balance innovation with timeless human elements. Koryta, along with a roster of acclaimed writers, will grace the three-day festival across various Bloomington venues. Among them are Aine Cain and Kevin Greenlee, whose book, Shadow of the Bridge, The Delphi Murders and the Dark Side of the American Heartland, dives into true crime. They'll lead a panel discussion, sharing insights from their investigations into the heartbreaking 2017 killings of best friends Libby German and Abby Williams during a walk near Delphi, Indiana. They've spoken with the families, piecing together the events of February 13th, offering a raw look at how small-town America hides darker sides. But here's where it gets controversial: true crime stories like this one captivate millions, yet they raise ethical questions about profiting from tragedy. Is it respectful to turn real pain into entertainment, or does it honor the victims by shedding light? We'll explore that in their session, where audience questions will probe these gray areas. The festival buzzes with more Hoosier talent, local authors and artists filling the schedule with inspiration. For full details on events, head to bloomingtonbookfestival.com. Founded by Jenna Bowman of Morgenstern Books and Cafe, this nonprofit event, run by a dedicated board, sprang from an idea she pitched to Koryta in 2023. He was instantly hooked. "I've toured festivals for 20 years and never found one in a town as delightful as Bloomington," he shared. Even before the proposal, he sensed the city's potential for a standout literary scene. And the proof? Just look at year two's lineup: global sensation John Green, New York Times bestseller William Kent Kruger, and the acclaimed Cain Greenlee duo. Koryta emphasizes that writing has no one-size-fits-all path. The festival shines by showcasing diverse artistic journeys. A voracious reader of all genres, Koryta's lifelong love for bookstores began in childhood and endures. "Technology evolves, but storytelling persists," he says. This festival embodies that enduring spirit. On John Green, Koryta gushes, "He was our ultimate catch, the writer we dreamed of landing." Green, an Indiana native, blends humor and heartbreak in works like Looking for Alaska, educates on topics like tuberculosis in Everything is Tuberculosis, 2025, and even speaks at the United Nations. Koryta calls him a modern Benjamin Franklin, minus the unavailability. With awards like the 2006 Michael L. Prince, 2009 Edgar, and multiple New York Times bestsellers, Green's packed calendar makes his participation a generous gift. For newcomers to Green's world, imagine a storyteller who turns serious issues, like a deadly disease, into compelling tales that educate while entertaining. But here's where it gets provocative: in an age of global crises, should fiction prioritize fun or tackle heavy subjects head-on? As for Koryta himself, this Bloomington resident treats settings as key characters in his stories, shaping plots just like people do. He finally set a novel in his hometown with Lost Man's Lane, where a teen intern aids a detective probing a mysterious Bloomington disappearance. It's a nod to his IU criminal justice degree and honors as distinguished alumni. Similarly, Jennifer Niven brings her best-selling flair to When We Were Monsters, a young adult tale opening with students plotting to kill their tyrannical teacher. Inspired by her own college plagiarism accusation, later cleared, and a reread of Lois Duncan's Killing Mr. Griffin, Niven crafts a gripping narrative. Her background in journalism and screenwriting adds depth, and she's no stranger to success with hits like All the Bright Places. For those new to this genre, young adult fiction often explores teen angst through exaggerated scenarios, like revenge fantasies, to highlight real emotions. The festival's packed schedule kicks off October 24th at 7 p.m. with a sold-out John Green and Michael Koryta chat at Buskirk Chumley Theatre. On October 25th, start with a 10 a.m. Children's Story Hour at Morgenstern Books, 849 South Auto Mall Road, followed by an 11 a.m. to 2 p.m. Children Book Swap there. From 11 a.m. to 6 p.m., enjoy the Community Vendor Expo and Local Author Fair outside the Mill, 642 North Madison Street. At 1 p.m., join a children's book writing class with Tanya Konarman at the Mill. Then, from 1 to 2 p.m., catch Jennifer Niven, When We Were Monsters, and Gail Foreman, If I Stay, in an author gathering at the Mill. Poetry on Demand with Christy Prawl runs 2 to 5 p.m., while at 2:30 p.m., The Life of a Book panel, moderated by Bob Bledsoe, features insights from agents and publishers like Gideon Pine and Jenna Bowman. Jeff Darren Muse discusses Deer Park Ranger at 4 p.m., and wrap up with a 6 p.m. Behind the Music session, free but ticketed, where Jen Christie chats with Koryta about her album and creative process. October 26th brings an 11 a.m. to 2 p.m. fiction and non-fiction book swap at Morgenstern, a 1 to 2 p.m. true crime panel with Kane and Greenlee at the Mill, free, tickets required, and a 3 to 4:30 p.m. conversation between William Kent Kruger and Koryta, also free, tickets needed. Find more at morgensternbooks.com. As we wrap up this peek into the Bloomington Book Festival, let's ponder, do you think authors should shy away from controversial topics like AI disasters or true crime to avoid stirring debate, or is that exactly what makes literature relevant? And what if we flip the script? Could embracing tech in storytelling actually deepen our empathy for real-world issues? Share your thoughts in the comments, agree, disagree, or add your own take on how festivals like this shape our cultural conversations.